Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Thoughts on Education. Today with us we have Pinaki Patnaik sir, who is HOD of Department of Management Studies, Nalsar University, Hyderabad. So sir has spent a considerable amount of time during his initial stages at startup schools. He was founding faculty of KIT Law School, KIT University, Bhubaneswar and National Law University, Odisha. Apart from that, he has also spent a lot of time researching in foreign universities in Europe, North America, and Asia. He has also been part of Northern College of Applied Arts and Technology. Sir is presently doing a lot of research activities at DOMS Nalsar and at the same time managing as a HOD of DOMS Nalsar. Let us hear something about his own profile from your own words, sir. Sir, for the sake of our audience, can you introduce yourself, sir?
Thank you, Vikas. First of all, I must congratulate you in you and your team, of course, in making College Dunia one of the most prolific platforms which helps students in choosing a path for career, their endeavors. So, congratulations. Coming to myself, I think doesn't matter whether I'm at what position in my career or what my experiences have been, but I have always been a student of management and I will remain forever to be a student of management first. So I always believe that my co-learners, be my colleagues or students, but we are all learning together. We do not teach, we learn together. That's the motto that I have always believed in. Coming to myself, I believe that I am an example of possibilities. I was born in a small town in India, which till the super cyclone no one knew existed. I am from Odisha and from Bhubaneswar. I'm born in Bhubaneswar, brought up in Bhubaneswar, but my aspirations were high and tenacity in following what I thought as a dream to myself and I had promised to myself is something that has been my guiding light. So I went to Europe. I did an MBA at Europe, then came back, worked in Bhubaneswar for a couple of years on the field. I have worked with one of the most, one of the best NGOs that I have known in my life, the HelpAge India, which helps the geriatric in living a life which is very fulfilling in itself for a couple of years, and then of course. I went to Canada, did another MBA while in North America and on a very prestigious Government of Canada project. I've spent some time in Japan. Then I came back and started working with top leaders in education, in the field of education in Eastern India, which is KIT University. I have my highest regard for the university and the founder, Dr. Achyuta Samant. And then, of course, I went to found as a founding faculty National Law University, Odisha, which again is a very, very important institute in the state of Odisha. In 2013, I came to Hyderabad and started the business school, which was also an experiment in itself. There is no National Law University in India which has a promising 2-year full-time MBA program. And here, the experiment has been of including what is the most missed aspect of management, and that is ethics and morality into management. We believe at DOMS Nalsar that just education and justice-based management education is the future of management education in this country and the world. So we have started this program of having a full-time MBA program at Nalsar with those pedigrees, solid foundations of ethics, morality, and justice, to an MBA program in a law university, which again is one of its kind. So that's about me. I spend my time in publishing research papers, and I have published quite a few of them, about 25 of them, in international journals of substantial standing. And are rated high by Scopus. And I try and learn every day from everyone that I come across. That's about who I am. and I intend to be.
Sure, sir. That's a very inspirational journey, sir. You have held key positions at various education institutes in your professional career, be it management or be it a law. So, sir, we want to know what are the key factors that keep you connected with education sector, sir?
One of the key things that has pushed me towards education, of course, is seamless learning. We all say this, but hardly people practice it. You know, as human beings, and as any species on this planet, evolution has been the key for our sustenance. Evolution essentially means seamless learning, embedding that learning so that our future does not have to reinvent the wheel all the time. And that has been my inspiration to be in the education sector, because it allows me that space to continue my endeavor of seamless learning. I also believe that what you can learn from your present generation is astounding. Your kids today can teach you more about what to do on the phone than I can learn by myself. This is the kind of learning that I believe in. It keeps me updated with times, and it allows me to peep into the future that is tomorrow. That has been my inspiration to be in this sector.
Sure, sir. So, being head of DOMS Null, sir, what is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style?
Now, that is a very difficult one, because many people actually in business schools today, of course, since I believe the last decade or decade and a half, have always believed that business schools are just finishing schools where people come in and then you iron the edges out and then they are ready for placement. With that in mind, many of these schools have become very myopic. Just being placement ready is not why people should come to study management. Management as an area talks about heads, tails, and more. So that's my philosophy of leadership. I mean, as a leader, I believe my role is not to create people who are ready for the industry. It's they are not just sheep which goes into the carting wheel, but as better human beings who understand the value of themselves and the value that the world has, and to be able to contribute towards betterment of national goals. We here, at least at DOMS, always believe that life is challenging. So one of the things that I keep telling my students is, come to me with a challenge and I'm willing to accept it. Come to me seeking concessions, you are with a wrong person. Life is not about seeking concessions. It's about challenging yourself for a better tomorrow. As a leader, as a head of the department of this unique experiment, I believe that the world out there is challenging you to do something better. And my kids here at DOMS are up for that challenge.
Sure, sir. So, being head of DOMS Null, sir, how do you strategize about key programs, curriculum, marketing, administration, various aspects of your B school, sir?
So I will break this down into various aspects which are critical. I mean, first of all, of course, is about the programs, because how we create and propose the value to the outside world is what matters. To me, you have to be one step ahead of the curve, one step ahead. Today, we are talking about analytics and how big data is helping companies, create better products and solve problems. And in one of those things, what I believe is what we are working on right now, of course, is to be able to craft a program on legal analytics. This is how we are designing our programs, being very interdisciplinary in our approach, being open to students' ideas and ideologies about themselves, and being able to push them forward, to edge them forward, to take those tough decisions, being objective. These are all very important. Administratively, I think you need faculty who are in tune with times, faculty who are willing to spend time with students. Faculty are not here to conduct business. They are here to make a life of a student. and a student's life that will enrich our country, the globe. Today we are all global citizens. So maybe, contribute more towards the betterment of mankind at large. For that, you need faculty who are in tune with times, faculty who are willing to give more time to students and their betterment, and to be student centric. In terms of marketing, I believe a program which is good in itself will market itself. However, to be able to cross that chasm and be able to tell people that we exist with an offer which is unlike any other and is better than a lot of others is what marketing is about. So that's something that we do a lot. I believe word of mouth is something which is very critical to us. Being a public university, we do not solicit students. So therefore, that is my handicap, as others might see it, but that is also how I am different from others, that I don't solicit students. So students who come here know for themselves what is better, and they choose us because of that. So as I said, I mean, administratively, you have to keep the ball rolling. So better students, better faculty. My faculty that I hire are absolutely top of the game. They are very good in researching. They are. I have a chartered accountant on my rolls. I have people who have been to best universities in the country and abroad. So that is the kind of things that we plan on doing here.
Sure, sir. So you have a lot of exposure when it comes to global exposure. So, sir, you know that the education systems in India, especially in law as well as management, are very structured very differently. So, sir, in your experience, what can an inbound student who is coming to study in DOMS Nalsar can gain from your college, B School?
So that is a very good question, because a couple of things that I can actually tell you, which because of my experience abroad, both as a student and also on the other side of the exchange, which is of course as a faculty, I have learned is action learning. So we try and do a lot of action learning here at Nalsar. And I can tell you at least 3 examples that we do here, which are very unique to us. No other business school that I know of actually does this. I have a program called iStart. Through the iStart program, my students, first year students, all of them, do a 1-month rigorous internship with startups, wherein they actually learn the nuances that startup founders go through, starting from marketing to HR to finance, getting venture funding for their startups, to new product development, to customer acquisition, to customer retention, in getting the right kind of people on board, to operations to keep the costs low, quality management, everything they learn firsthand by doing this 1-month internship with startups at T-Hub. As we all, of course, know, T-Hub is India's top incubator, which has many startups which are doing very, very well, in fact, internationally. So that is one thing where my students learn firsthand, mandatorily. That's one thing that we have done. The second that we have again done is a follow the founder, wherein we try and fuel the entrepreneurial spirit that is there embedded in the students' mind by allowing them to tag along with founders of startups and tagging them along for some time, wherein they maintain a diary and they learn how founders take decisions. It's no rocket science in telling you this, and I have no inhibition in my mind that many a times we actually would be in the best situation if we never are asked to take a decision. Decisions have their own risks and rewards. Rewards we like, but the risks we try and deter. So therefore, those risks are what people come face to face with. And therefore, they do a lot of soul searching by tagging along with founders. The third that we have also done, and is very unique to what we do, is by allowing our students to do mandatory live projects. Many of our courses, I think over a period of 2 years, the students are doing 15 to 16 live projects. wherein they take companies' problems and they sort their problems out. All students have to do this. So there are specific courses in which live projects are embedded. Other courses, they do the normal group projects, team projects, individual projects, assignments, but there are 16 live projects which people do, and this makes them industry ready. My idea here at DOMS Nalsar is not about curating and creating people who are ready for a job, but changing their mindset so that they will perform better when they are in a job, and they will stand good on the promise that they make to the organization.
Sure, sir. That's a very good ideology, that it's not just about academics, but also about the exposure that students are getting. Sir, we would like to know that how does DOMS Nalsar welcome more students of different races in terms of diversity, economic backgrounds, etc.?
So, as I said, we are a public university, so we follow all the set reservation and affirmative action requirements of the government, and we maintain that diversity. And I must actually put on record that and I'm so proud of them, that our girl students have been toppers since the first year of our operation till today. And they are on top of their game. They are the best performers, and they stand shoulder to shoulder with anyone. They have now started getting into VP positions, vice president positions in organizations. They have become the most important characters in the organizations that they are working at. Many of them come back to us and spend days with us, telling our current students about how their future lies in the industry. So diversity is very critical to who we are as an institution. Being a law university, we follow the path of diversity. We have several scholarship schemes which allows people from economically weaker backgrounds to get those scholarships, which are of course merit and means both. And we provide a platform which works as a springboard for anyone who is here to jump across and leapfrog to success.
Sure, sir. Sir, as someone who has been associated with the education industry, we would like to know your thoughts on how management education is changing in the country, and what should be a college, B-School's top priority for the next 10 years to come.
For the next 10 years to come, Vikas, I can tell you for a fact that management education has to be very, very in tune with times and necessarily be very skill-based. If you cannot provide the students with the skills that they require to be successful, you can be rest assured that it's just a matter of time that you'll face problems. And essentially, your students will face problems, in fact, more so. Management education today is guided by industry, and my industry advisory board has in its ranks CEOs of top organizations, Polaris for that matter, for an example, or Call Health CEO for that matter. And though they are the ones who guide our curriculum. So our curriculum is divided into two parts, and I must tell you how management education, so I'm sure many are doing it, but what we do here is divided into two parts. One, we have an academic advisory board, and the other is an industry advisory board. The academic advisory board and the industry advisory board meet at least once in a year to come up with conceptual requirements and skill-based requirements which are to be embedded into the curriculum. Because of that, we have been able to include courses like marketing analytics, HR analytics, financial analytics, legal analytics into our curriculum, which is very, very agile. And I'm very proud to say that we are very agile. So we have included all of these into our program because of our industry advisory board, who push us forward in terms of our requirement to be in tune with times. Our academic advisory board, on the other hand, has been very prolific in the importance of ethics, of corporate governance, of corporate social responsibility, of business environment, of law, business, and society. So it's our program is very holistic in its approach in trying to get into the student's mind the requirements of the society and of the industry that has to be included in our curriculum. That is the future of management education, wherein you have to be sustainable enough to include the requirements of the society as well as the requirement of.
Sure, sir. That was very insightful, sir. Sir, we would like to know that what is the vision of DOMS Nalsar and how are you contributing to it as the HOD?
As I said earlier, our vision here is to create justice-driven managers. You will be surprised to know that many companies are facing so much of problem because they are not concerned about the consumer. So many companies end up in the consumer court and have to pay for the damages that they have accrued onto the consumer. We here have included elements of consumer law when we are teaching marketing, so that the managers know for a fact what is the law. You cannot ever supersede the law. So our program here teaches, when we are teaching marketing, teaches them aspects of consumer law that the marketer needs to know. Today, as you know, the amendments have been made to the consumer law, and today any brand ambassador who is coming out and saying certain things about a specific product or is publicizing a product has to be aware of the product. Otherwise, if they are saying something which is untrue about the product, then they will be held liable. So these aspects are some of the things that are taught here at Nalsar, and that is our vision, to create justice-driven managers who are able to create platforms for consumer benefit.
Sure, sir. Sir, we would like to hear from you what are the Nalsar's great strengths, DOMS Nalsar's greatest strengths.
I think one of our biggest strengths we bank upon and have actually is the interdisciplinarity between social sciences and management and law and management. Now, we might say whatever, and we might be looking at them as silos, but they are actually not silos. Let me tell you a little bit about it. In social sciences, we teach philosophy and psychology. Psychology is the foundation on which it is created. Management education is created. We have subjects like organizational behavior. We have subjects like consumer behavior. All of those are actually founded on the basic principles of psychology. We talk about Freud. We forget that Freud also has been the most prominent psychologist in terms of management, because we talk about consumer behavior based on the psychoanalytic theory of Freud. Similarly, mergers and acquisitions are all driven by the law. Our market operates on law. You have insurance, which is IRDA, again law. You can be in businesses driven by the constitution of this country, so that is again law. So without law, there is no management, there is no transaction. Each transaction is a contract. So we teach all of these to our students of how to enter into a contract, what is drafting of a contract, and that contract's value, which fosters a transaction. All of those, be it tort, be it contract, be it consumer law, be it commercial law, all of those are taught here, and we embed them into our management education.
Sure, sir. That's a lot of exposure students are getting. Sir, can you highlight some of the plans that you have in pipeline for the years to come, which you are trying to implement and improve at DOMS Nalsar?
At DOMS Nalsar, my most biggest challenge that I have now, which I have undertaken, is to be able to connect the alumni and be with them. My alumni should come here, do their PhDs, do their continual education, and be with us as visiting faculty, and help our students, handhold our students in being industry ready. In terms of curriculum, I believe we are on top of what we do. My faculty is absolutely fantastic. I take pride in what I have as my faculty. I take pride in my students. In terms of programs, I believe that we would want to start programs in legal analytics. We would also want to start programs in an executive MBA program in design thinking and all of those. So yeah, I mean, right now, as I said, we have a very hierarchical structure in which this university can start programs. We are a public university. I cannot start any program which I want to as such. I have to take my approvals, and that also keeps me in line. And being in a private space, I have to be in sync with my university bodies and the chancellor, the vice chancellor, and all of those.
Sir, as someone who has been in touch with corporates throughout his career, what is your advice for aspiring youth, someone who is trying to get into an MBA, aspiring MBAs?
Take challenges, be aware of the realities. I have seen and I have heard from many people that I don't want to do sales. This is a very cliched term that I have been hearing from management students, that I don't want to do sales, I want to do marketing. Yes, they are different. Marketing and sales are different, but sales is inclusive in the understanding of marketing. If you do not do sales, if you are not sure, if you do not have your finger on the pulse of the market, you cannot do marketing. Yes, there will be challenges, and yes, you must be up and running when you hit the road. As aspiring managers, I can tell you, as aspiring business leaders, I can tell you one thing: seek these challenges out. Do the new rather than doing something which has been done by many others, which others are also doing. Be very, very conscious of the competition. For quite some time, you always thought that MBAs are competing with MBAs. But today, MBAs are not competing with only MBAs. Today, MBAs are also competing with BBAs. Because at many places, many institutions have very good, very, very solid BBA programs. So you are also competing with those BBAs, and therefore your horizon of competition is larger. The scope for development is also larger. Be always on top of your game. Know what you are good at and explore them. Understand your capabilities and foster those capabilities so that success comes your way.
Sure, sir. That was very insightful advice, sir. So apart from this, and do you want to highlight anything about DOMS Nalsar, sir? Any lesser known facts?
Experience us to know more. I can only tell you that I do not want to, as I said, I am a public university, and being public university, I really can't solicit anyone. So I think you have to experience us to know more. Get in touch with us if you want to know more. We are very open to public audits. Come anytime, let us know 5 to 10 minutes earlier. Come down. I don't want to create a show for you here, because we are what we are and we are very proud of it. All our students are known as Nalsarites. So if you want to be a part of the Nalsarite group, then you have to come experience us in our full flow and as we are. Here is where your future beckons. So come down, experience us, spend some time with us, know us, and let us know you.
Sure, Pinaki sir. That was very insightful session on how education is changing and how DOMS is contributing and how its curriculum is evolving to the best in the industry. Thank you so much for your valuable time, sir.
Thank you, Vikas.